Hello and welcome to another awesome video on the Disabled Explorer YouTube channel and all the other platforms that I share this on. Hope everyone had a great weekend and a great Thanksgiving weekend for my subscribers in the States. Hope you guys didn't eat too much turkey. And a great Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Today is Cyber Monday, by the way. Black Friday was a big shopping day in the States. I hope you guys had a great shopping day on Friday. In today's video, I'm going to review what happened on Friday Night SmackDown from Denver's Bell Arena in Denver, Colorado on Friday. It was pre-taped from the previous Friday when they were in Denver because past Friday this past Friday was the Friday after Thanksgiving, and Triple H wanted uh, the the roster to have Thanksgiving with their families. So they pre-taped an hour and a half show of this past Friday, last week Friday. Uh, and with that, after that, I'm going to review this tonight's live edition from Raw from the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Tonight is live on Netflix at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Now, without further ado, I'm unfortunately unable to find any mysterious UFO stories for today, but hopefully tomorrow when I do my Raw recap or my Survivor Series recap on tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll try to sneak some stories in there. I hope the weather is great where you guys are. Sorry about the sidetrack here. Um, and that it's not too cold. Right now we are under a polar vortex here in Canada, so it's slightly cold outside. You don't want to go outside today in Kitchener or in Ontario, Canada. So, without further ado, let's get into everything that you guys came here for, which is WWE SmackDown and Raw preview. SmackDown review and Raw preview. WWE SmackDown delivered chaos, drama, and a shocking finale. Sorry, the blue brand exploded from the Bell Arena on in Denver, Colorado, on November 28th. Well, November 21st, 2025, as WWE threw a curveball that no one saw coming. Instead of waiting for Survivor Series the following day, SmackDown a tournament fury, unleashed tournament fury, championship tension, and a jaw-dropping surprise that left the entire roster reeling. The night unfolded with electric energy. Joe Tessitore and Corey Graves welcomed viewers to the show as the storylines from Raw and last week's SmackDown Women's War Games collided uh, head on. Head on. Backstage, L.A. Night Gal stayed cool despite facing yet another mystery opponent. Even for the last time is now quarterfinals. Even shouting out Kathy Kelly's mother in the crowd. A moment that proved he was thinking bigger than just his next fight. Jo- Jey Jey Uso seized his moment. Jey Uso charged through the crowd like a man possessed, slapping hands with commentary before the bell. When Rusev emerged from the stage, he made a bold declaration. He was coming for John Cena. The match exploded. Uh, the match exploded with intensity. Rusev controlled early, but Jey Uso battled back with headbutts and ring hands that shook the building. Uh, After Rusev locked in the accolade twice and escaped both times, Jey Uso unleashed a spear, followed by a stunning Uso splash from the top rope. Jey Uso advanced, leaving Rusev frustrated on the mat. The Miz pulled off a shocking return. Backstage politics came alive when The Miz confronted Nick Aldis, demanding a being reinstated into the tournament. Our truth hijacked the moment with his own raffle balls, but Aldis shut him down fast. When Aldis made the draw, the Miz's name came out of the hat, and he celebrated like he'd won the lottery. Priest and Black's tensions exploded. Damian Priest declared his eye healed and his mind ready to deal with Aleister Black. But Black's tactics had crossed a line. Zelina Vega materialized to remind Priest how easily they'd gotten under his skin, referencing the brutal face-burning attack. Black watched from the shadows, ever the manipulator. Rhea Ripley stormed in afterwards, asking Black if he was ready for War Games before heading out to motivate Charlotte Flair with an idea that remained mysteriously under wraps. Chelsea Green's coronation turned into carnage. Chelsea Green stood in the middle of the ring, draped in glory, celebrating her crowning as a two-time United States women's champion, with flags of Canada and the U.S. and Mexico flying proudly. She boasted of being the greatest women's champion in WWE and North American history. As as she was built towards a- as she built towards massive pyro display, WWE Women's Champion, that was the U.S. Championship, WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill stormed down like a hurricane. She demolished Alba Fire with a big boot, caught Chelsea, and delivered the Jaded before standing victoriously in the center of the ring. The pyro meant for Chelsea's celebration erupted behind Cargill instead, a poetic twist of fate. Jade sent a message to the entire locker room. When Kathy Kelly caught up with Cargill backstage, the champion made herself crystal clear. She had a problem with anyone who talked too much, and this was a warning to everyone listening. When she passed by BFAB, one cold stare first, uh, complete silence. Mi Chin appeared moments later and suggested she might need words with Jade about her actions. L.A. Knight, yeah, outlasted The Miz in tournament lore. The two warriors collided, with Knight landing right hands and clotheslines to start. The Miz showed his veteran instincts, tossing Knight to the floor and driving him into the barricade. LA Knight shifted momentum with a suplex and leg sweep, nearly stealing the victory. The action escalated when Knight hit a superplex from the top rope, but Miz kicked out. Miz tried the skull crushing finale like his usual move from but Knight reversed it into a inverted DDT. As Miz leapt from the corner, Knight caught him and and connected with a skull crushing finale. Uh, Knight caught him and connected with a skull crushing finale. Sorry about that. Only for Knight to kick out at two. This desperation led Miz to lock in the STF, but Knight escaped when Miz tried to cheat with a foot on the ropes cover. The referee caught him. Knight capitalized with the BFT, blunt force trauma, and secured the shocking victory. Becky Lynch called her shot. Backstage, Becky Lynch assembled her War Games team: Lash Legend, Nia Jax, Asuka, and Kairi Sane, and reminded them she held a perfect record inside War Games. Nia reminded them she held a perfect record inside. Nia, sorry, Nia interrupted, sorry, with a pointed statement. Tonight wasn't about Becky. It was about Asuka taking down Charlotte Flair. Asuka confidently reminded everyone that the last time she faced Flair, she sidelined her for a full year. The team unified with a championship swagger. Ilya Dragunov and Ciampa's challenge ignited. The U.S. champion addressed his open challenge when Tommaso Ciampa interrupted, wielding Axiom's mask from last week's attack. Ciampa vowed to take both the mask and the title. Ilya called him a jackass, and before promising to consider his threat. Cur- Char- Charlotte Flair captured captured the advantage. Asuka and Charlotte delivered a massive masterclass women's wrestling for the Survivor Series advantage. Uh, Flair opened with a shoulder tackle and stiff kicks. Asuka returned fire with her own offense, and the momentum swung back and forth like a pendulum. Pendulum. Uh, Flair hit a top rope crossbody, and that Oscar rolled through for a near pin. German suplex, German suplexes and power bombs followed from Flair, while Oscar fired back with a armbar attempt and striking combination. The action spilled outside the ring, where Oscar tried to spray blue mist, but Flair dodged. The mist hit a cameraman instead. Flair capitalized by slamming Oscar into the announce table before returning to the ring. When Flair attempted the figure four, Oscar locked in the Oscar lock, but Flair reversed it into a pinning combination that, that Oscar escaped from. Flair finished uh, with natural selection and the pin, securing the War Games advantage for her team. The MFTs dominated the classic elimination match. Solo Sikoa and his MFT family waged war against Sami Zayn, the Motor City Machine Gun, um, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Ray Phoenix in the night's most brutal encounter main event. The action exploded across the ring with non-stop tag and tag team and double teaming set sequences. JC Mateo fell first when the Motor City Machine Guns connected with their finisher on a setup double team. Shinsuke Nakamura was next when Tama Tonga connected with the cutthroat after uh, after creating fierce offenses with the striker. Tongaloa was climbing eliminated. Sorry, Tama Tongaloa was eliminated when Ray Phoenix caught him with a hurricane rana from nowhere. Alex Shelley was brutally removed when Tama showed him off the shoved him off the top rope, and Talatonga delivered a chokeslam on the apron. Chris Sabin followed when Talatonga caught his crossbody crossbody attempt with a clothesline. Ray Phoenix fell when Tama caught him with another cutthroat as the match spiraled toward its conclusion. Talatonga was counted out after missing a boot and tumbling into the timekeeper's area, with only Solo Sikoa remaining from the MFTs and Sami Zayn as the last survivor. The two clashed in a epic final confrontation. Solo hit two spinning solos with that Zayn kicked out of, followed by the Uso splash. Zayn reversed a top rope Samoan drop into a sunset flip powerbomb. The exchange until strikes. They exchanged strikes until Solo delivered a headbutt. Zayn fired back with an explosive superplex and went for the Helluva Kick, but Solo cut him off with a super kick of his own. When Zayn dodged the Samoan spike, he nearly stole the victory, but Solo finally connected with the Samoan spike to claim the match and standing tall for the MFTs, for the MFT family. A shocking twist closed the show, though, as Solo Sikoa was celebrating his dominance. The lights cut out to black when they returned. But when they blazed back on, the Riot Six surrounded the ring. Solo spun around directly into Uncle Howdy. We hadn't seen him in a long time. Uh, so he spun into Uncle Howdy, who dominated, who decimated him with his sister Abigail, leaving the entire arena in absolute shock as the Blue Band signed off. The road to the road to Survivor Series just became infinitely more complicated. I hope you guys like that. So, uh, slightly long uh, recap from SmackDown. I will be reviewing Survivor Series. I hope it will be shorter. I will be reviewing Survivor Series either tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow I'll just do Raw and then Wednesday I'll do Survivor Series. So, with that said, I'm going to review tonight's Monday Night Raw from the Desert Diamond Arena in, Glendale, Arizona, which is live on Netflix at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Sorry if it's a little long. I apologize. Please don't hold that against me. Help me raise up as much as you can. That would be greatly appreciated. The Raw preview. Monday Night Raw erupts with championship gold and tournament fire. Monday Night Raw descends on the Desert, Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona tonight on December 1st, 2025. Ready to ignite the night at 8 p.m. Eastern, uh, 7 Central. Follow me tomorrow as I recap the shocking aftermath from Survivor Series on Raw. WWE's Red brand is primed to deliver unforgettable moments from bell to bell. Championship glory awaits. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee put their WWE Tag Teams titles on the line against the Hungry New Day. After after Adam Pearce extended the challenge last week, the New Day uh, are, are, are out for redemption, determined to reclaim the gold they once held. Expect high flying offense and pure tag team mas- mastery when they when these two teams collide. Uh, Tournament semifinals ignite. The last time is now tournament reaches its critical junc- juncture with two explosive semifinal matches. Gunther brings his non-stop, unstoppable force against Solo Sikoa when who just survived Raw with Penta to punch his ticket to the last time is now tournament finals. Meanwhile, L.A. Knight, yeah, clashes tonight with Jey Uso after both disassembled, dismantled their opponents. Knight outmaneuvered The Miz last week on SmackDown, while Jay toppled Rusev on Raw. One match will crown a future championship champion. The other will send will send shockwaves through the red brand. A night you cannot miss. This Raw, this one right here tonight, that's gonna air on Netflix, is at its most compelling point. Championship prestige, tournament destiny, and the unpredictable drama that only WWE can deliver. You can stream it live on Netflix at 8 p.m. Eastern as the new wrestling era mo- roars forward. Roars forward, sorry. Monday Night Raw is live tonight, December 1st, 2025 at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central on from the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Don't you dare miss it. I apologize for this video in its entirety being a little long. Please don't hold that against me. If you could help me raise up, that would be great. Um, even those of you on my TikTok page, can you come onto my YouTube channel and share, like, and subscribe on there, please? That would be greatly appreciated. Until tomorrow, I will do a raw review from tonight's show. And on Wednesday, as I said, Wednesday or Thursday, I will do a Survivor Series recap. And I'll maybe throw in a story of UFOs too, if I can find any. Until then, have a great Monday evening. Have a great Cyber Monday evening. Don't shop too much, everybody. Anyway, uh, have a great evening. And as I always say, uh, as I always love to end the video with keep positive, keep curious, and keep on smiling.